Hello everybody, welcome to Mark's Remarks. Today I'm going to be making a curry involving the Uncle Ben's medium curry. I've tried this before, you'll have seen this in some other videos. I think it's about like close to £2 or around about there. I buy these when they're on special on the pound, so I stock up on these. It's a mild curry, very nice. That's the sauce, and the meat is going to be a pork chop, which I'm going to separate all the fat and the bone off of here in a moment before I cook it. I'm going to cut it up into small pieces and also use a pack of bacon. I don't know where I might have got these from the pound shop. They're a pound, there's 6 rashers, not the most economical I'm finding. Farm food seems to be better. But I'm going to use all 6 slices. And that pork chop, this pork chop I've had in the freezer for ages. It was a pack of 3 or 4. It was the last one in the packet. So I'm going to use that. Right, I'm going to cut it up now. Okay, the time is exactly 11 PM. This is going to show you just exactly how long it takes to do this dish. I figured 25 minutes. Okay. Bang on 11, let's get cutting up the meat. Here we go. Pork chop in first. Woo! Alright. It's on 8 out of 12. I'm going to turn it down to 7. Jesus. Ooh. Right, it's starting to kick up some of that oil. But it's only because it's like really hot. Okay, in a moment when it settles down, I'm going to start cutting this up into very small pieces. Meantime, I'm going to put the bacon in. And then when that is ready, I'm going to start chopping that up into small pieces. I'm going to be putting 6 slices, which is the whole packet. There we go. I'm going to keep the plate. No, I won't. I'll get a different plate. I'll have a plate set aside in a moment to, if some of the meat starts to cook sooner than the rest, I'll take it out of the pan and put it to one side. There we are. The outer of the pork chop is starting to get brown while the inside is very raw. So we don't want that, so we're going to cut it up into very small pieces and try and get rid of whatever fat is on there. Okay, I've cut the meat up, as you can see. The bacon and the pork chop into small, bite-sized pieces. There's a fair bit of juice in here. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm allowing that, I'm just keeping that in the pan to, let it fry away in its own juices here. It's not as, the meat's not as dark as I want it to be yet, so it's going to take a few more minutes. And meantime, I'm going to be putting some chips in the little fan oven. There we go. So, there you go, I'll finish the bag. The chips will go in the plate, all the curry will go on the top, and you'll see that in a short while. Now, these chips are going to take about 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to brown these off a little bit more, then put the chips on so they all time together. Now, the meat has been cooking for 13 minutes now. I'm going to drain off the excess fat. Just tilt the pan up with a spoon, scoop it out, put it in a drinks bottle. There we go. Right, that's that. And just to show you the time again, there we are. It's 14 minutes past. So the meat has been cooking for 14 minutes. So it's about done, it's a good brownness. Now it's time to throw in the vegetables. I've got some frozen, I don't know what it's sliced carrots, sweet corn, and a load of peas in the bottom there. Anyway, there we go. So we're going to cook these with the meat for about 5 minutes or so, and then put in the curry sauce. There we go. Just give this a mix around. We don't have to do too much with it. Just mix it all around and let it just simmer away. You know, turning it over occasionally so it gets contact with the heat. Okay, we'll do that for 5 minutes before the chips. And now I'm going to put the chips. There we go. Chips in the air fryer. 200 for about 15 minutes. I'll probably take them out, shake them around once in between that. But they're going to cook for 15 minutes. I'm going to give the vegetables here another couple of minutes before I put the sauce in there. There we are. Just you know, give it a mix around, make it, you know, so it's all, so none of it sort of burns on the bottom of the pan. It all gets in contact with the heat. Yeah, it's all good. All right, that's a few minutes of that. There we go. As you can see, it's been 22 minutes now since the start of the dish. The vegetables, I think, are cooked. I've been moving them around every few minutes, making sure they don't stick to the pan. Make sure they don't burn, turning them over so they all get equal amount of heat. Okay, now I'm going to get the jar of sauce ready. Alright, I've turned the heat down to 6 out of 12. Now this is thick sauce. I don't remember it being this thick last time I used it. Anyway, if need be, I'll water it down. Okay, so I'm going to be adding this to the mix, and I'll come back in a moment when I've done that. The sauce, for some reason, is a little bit thicker than normal. I don't know why. It's been on the shelf for a while. It's anyway. So what I've done, I've put a little bit of water in the jar, put the lid on, shaking it around, because you remember there's going to be all those little, you know, there's going to be quite a bit of sauce left in the jar that you can't sort of scrape out. I'm going to put some of it in the mixture just to thin it out. And I'm going to, it's on a, like I say, number 6 out of 12. So it's on a medium heat, just to simmer, because remember the meat and the vegetables are all cooked. All we're doing now is heating the sauce through, so we don't want it at a really high heat. So we do this for another few more minutes. Now, I'm just waiting on the chips. I should have put the chips in a little bit sooner, which means I'm going to have to sort of keep this on the cooker a little bit longer than I wanted. So I'm going to be putting a little bit more of that water in here. Half an egg cup full. If you put a little bit in, that's fine. You know, what you don't want to do is put too much in, because you could always add more water. You can't take it out once you put it in. So gently simmer this away, just adding, you know, because like I've mentioned countless times, all this steam is water coming out of the food, so I'm just putting it back in, that's all. Okay, so gently simmer this away. The chips are going to be another 10 minutes. Okay, actually, a change of plan. The chips are taking too long, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this dinner as is, without the chips. It's just going to be pork chop and bacon with 3 vegetable curry. Okay, and then yeah, it's a shame because I would like to have poured this on the chips, but you know, it's just I should have put them in, you know, maybe 10 minutes sooner. But never mind. I'll just eat this and have the chips afterwards. And as you can see, from start to finish, it took 32 minutes. And although it would have taken 5 minutes less, you know, I could have taken the curry off the oven, out the pan, if it wasn't for the chips. So you know, you could actually do this in 25 minutes, like I said, you know, at the beginning. But there we go. Yeah, it's a shame there isn't any chips. You can add rice to this. You know, as a change, I was going to put chips. Very nice. This sauce is mild, like it says on the jar. although you can't always trust them, but it is actually mild. Very nice. The vegetables have still got a bit of crunch to them. You know, a bit of these are packs of frozen carrots, frozen peas, frozen sweet corn, and a whole bunch of other stuff I got from Farm Foods today. Bit of crunch in the carrot. There's some onion in here. I'm not sure where that came from. It must be from the sauce, jar of sauce. Very nice. Put this with rice, put this with chips, even boiled potatoes. Put these boiled potatoes on the side. Very nice. Anyway, there you have it. There's a close-up, and like I said, you know, with a lot of dishes, you know, you sort of, you know, got to make it up and change things as you go along. I'll just have the chips afterwards. I'll be fine. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. It just goes to show what you can do with a single pork chop and a few bits of bacon, you know, you've got left over in the freezer. Just clear out your freezer and make a wholesome meal. Thank you for watching.